Hello, this is Cuckoo. I'm making this video because a lot of things has gone wrong right now. It's in between videos, in between projects. Well, actually it's right in the middle of a project. But this is the thing. I'm supposed to make visuals for my upcoming Digitone. Here we go, Digitone in the short. My Digitone set, and I've set out to make some really spectacular visuals because that's what I like to do. I want to challenge myself and do the very best I can, not just some nice little backdrop thing. No, I want it to be really good. And so I brought out my Wacom Synth that I used when I was doing animation professionally, and I haven't been using it that much. But now that I brought it out, I realized that actually it's kind of a defect. There is a defect. The stand that kicks out is becoming more and more loose, and now it's so loose that there's something that has fallen off inside of it or broken. It's hard for me to tell because of the design of the Wacom Synth is sealed, so I can't open it up and see what's wrong with it inside. But I think there might be either something has cracked and some of the hinges had fallen off, or maybe there's some screws, even metallic part that's fallen off, so when I wiggle it and change the direction of it, you can hear stuff just rattling inside of it. I'm not going to use it, so I left it 2 weeks ago for repairs. Still haven't gotten like a price for how much the repairs are, or whether it's going to be under warranty, but even though it's kind of out of the warranty, it's not under warranty anymore, but it should be, because it's, in my opinion, it's a malfunctioning design. Should have been. In any case, I probably won't get it back in another 2 weeks for sure, maybe even 4 more weeks, and that kind of puts me into this spot where I can't do my very best. So yeah, that's very unfortunate. So I've been starting to use my iPad Pro instead, as a kind of Wacom tablet Synth for the computer. It works very well, but very recently, yesterday, the day before yesterday, I lost the Apple Pencil. Can't find it, and I brought out like an old spare that I had. I knew it was kind of defunct. There was something wrong with it, but Apple wouldn't take it 2 years ago, and I just bought a new one. But I brought that one out, and it's not working. So now today, I've been downtown getting a new Apple Pencil, left the other one that is malfunctioning for repairs. So all of today is kind of gone in all of this mess, writing emails to repair centers, and where's the invoice for that? That's 2 years ago. Oh, Apple won't show you invoices unless they're within 18 months, so I have to call Apple. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a couple of days off from the visuals work and maybe just make patches for a synth that I've been meaning to do for a long time. I'm gonna bring out the Hydra Synth, it's right over there, and make visuals for that. Visuals? Did I say visuals? I'm gonna make patches for the Hydra Synth. I've been thinking about it ever since the Hydra Synth came out, like, I want to make Hydra Synth. And then when the Hydra Synth Explorer came out, the smaller one, more compact keyboard version, I was like, wow, no way, it runs the exact same patches. I have to make like a patch collection for that. So that's what I'm gonna do. Wish me luck. And today I've even made this video once before, but it turned out that the actual recording turned off halfway. I didn't notice. So lately things are working against me. But hopefully that won't matter. And hopefully we'll come out with some nice patches, nice visuals, and nice stuff. Yeah. If you want to support all of my mishaps and misfortunes, you can go to my Patreon and support me there. I recently shifted over to regular monthly donations rather than per creation that I was running before. So now it's much easier, and to support me on Patreon, it's going to be the same amount. Go in there, pick one of the tiers if you want to support my work, and I appreciate it so much. I really do, and I want to up my quality. Sometimes stuff like this happens. Oh, and yeah, by the way, let's see, where is it? I want to show you something. A couple of days ago, I went to Stockholm to say hi to my friends at Teenage Engineering. You know, in the beginning, when I tried out the OP1 for the first time, like 11 years ago, I just bought it and thought, whoa, this is the best. It changed so much for me, and I've been a fan ever since. And after some time, we met him a couple of times, getting more and more friends, and now I very often help testing out beta firmwares and beta hardware sometimes. So with the OP1 field, I was testing out the firmware and the hardware for a long time before the release. And now I went there to test out an upcoming firmware and to discuss with the developers how to go forward and stuff, and share my ideas and views on the firmware. And I'm going to tell you that it's going to come out soon, and it's going to really distinguish some key features of the OP1 field and make it shine even more. And while I was there, it was actually just 2 hours. Oh, I had to leave 1 hour later. At this point, someone comes to me and shows me one of the Ep.6 mixers, one of the best work I think they've done. They showed me this mixer and said, like, hey, can you see something different with this? I was checking it out and like, it looks kind of odd. It looks a bit like plain, and then I realized there is no print on the front, and it was one of these mistakes that sometimes happens in factories. It gets through all of these checkpoints, and it's packaged, ready for sales, and it didn't have the final labels on the top. And of course, it's kind of amusing, but it's also very serious. So they have to, have better checking protocols for the factory workers and stuff to prevent it from happening again. But then they say, like, hey, would you like to make like a custom print for this? A custom print? It's not even. It's like laser engraved, and they have the same exact laser engraving machines at the office, the headquarters, as they have in the actual over at the factory, so that they can make all the testing, all the work in the headquarters, and then just translate all of that straight to the factory. So like, whoa, but I need to leave in 1 hour. So of course I want to do it. So I sat down and I made this sketch in it took me like half an hour of drawing, and then sent it to the guys doing the handling the etching laser engraving machine. Went there. They had some spare alpha units lying around, like just a shell of the mixer. So we made a little test print on that, and then we went for it and made this, and I was so stoked about it. It was kind of on a whim, and they were like, hey, maybe that'd be cool project. And at Teenage Engineering, I tell you, they live and die for the art. It's not like the usual manufacturing of products kind of company. It's like, if there is one idea that emerges, and it's kind of where the art and ideas and like something that shines in their eye, you can see in their eyes, like, that was great. And then I made this kind of hand drawn graphics, showed it to some people, and some people saw it like, whoa, that's so fun. Appreciating this kind of wacky take on the TX6. I call it the TXC. So it's the exact same mixer, of course, just the TXC, the cuckoo version. I'm so stoked about it. Let's turn it on. Yeah, there you go, TXC. Very happy about that. It happened on the whim. Thank you, Teenage Engineering, for having me. That was lovely times. Looking forward to everything coming out in the future. And also a little message to everyone that is kind of bummed about the new Field series, because it's expensive. It is expensive because it's high-end machinery manufacturing, and nearly all of the parts are custom manufactured. And Teenage Engineering is not making 1 million smartphones. They're making a lot less, smaller volumes, and so yeah, costs, they shoot up. And the custom mold here, between custom fusion molds between two materials, it's not, this is like high-end stuff. They're up in the game with this. And so this series, the Field series, is a higher end product, and it's going to cost you. So don't be intimidated by that. They got many other products right now, and also in the pipeline, that is going to be more affordable, and there is more affordable. So look forward to that. Stay tuned. Don't lose all the hope. Don't trash talk Teenage Engineering for following the design dreams. When they do stuff like this, it's like the artwork, they're chasing that perfection dream, and they're not backing out because it's going to get more expensive. They're just doing it anyway. And yeah, I think it's really cool that someone has the guts to do that, even though it's really kind of making it appeals to a smaller audience in the end. But it's going to be other products too. I've seen some stuff that I cannot talk about. I also seen some other stuff that I cannot talk about that I shouldn't have seen, and no comments on that. But there is more coming, and they care about you. I care about you too. And yeah, so that's all I had to say today. This is a kind of an in between the videos. Frustration is on my mind. I am yeah, downright frustrated right now, but I'm gonna try to push it aside and pave the way for making some beautiful patches. Peace out, everyone, and see you in the comments. See you everywhere. And for you joining in my Patreon, see you in the Discord server. And yeah, peace out, everyone. Much love.